Hey, welcome to another update on Archmage Rises, D-Ro's favorite game to play.
Yeah, D-Row.
That's right, except he doesn't get to play it because I don't put out builds that he can play. Okay, so join me as always is Nick. Hey, Nick.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Nice walls you got there.
Yeah. So today I'm going to show what I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, and it is finding the lairs of the monsters. We had Lairs kind of working back in December timeframe, and then as I've been working on it and testing it and stuff, I kind of realized there's like this big giant hole, which is the player can't easily figure out where the lair is for the monster. Basically what we were doing before was as soon as somebody got attacked by the lair, then it immediately told the mayor of that person's town, and then when the mayor gave you like, hey, go wipe out this lair, he just told you where it was. And I didn't think that was very good or very fun. So I put in those monster patrols, and now I'm going to show you how it all works, and hopefully there's some fun role-playing in here. What do you think?
That sounds great.
Are you ready?
Show me the goods. I'm ready.
Yeah, you just want to see the goods. Nick doesn't like to talk. He just likes to look at features. Okay.
That's true.
Okay, so I am going to cheat one tiny bit, and that is by making the map just go all known like this. Okay, so we got our map here, and now I got to wait a week so that it takes a week for the monster layer to build up enough guys in order to start sending people running around. And now I gotta... Okay, so over here, it's hard to see when I put my cursor over it. There, I'll zoom in more. There is a monster patrol, okay? And what I have turned on right now is colorization based on tracks that are being left behind by the monster patrols as they move around in the wild. Okay, so he's going to move around, and I'll just pass some time. So he's moving around. He hasn't dropped any tracks yet. Oh, he just started dropping some tracks. Okay, so it's not always that he drops tracks. And so he's moving around, and he's moving around, and... Okay. So I made time go real fast, and now he jumped and he appeared right before me. Okay, so I'm going to run away from him so I can show you how the tracks things works. Okay, he went away, and now I'm going to go and look at these tracks. And right now it is nighttime. Okay, I walked into a hex that has goblin tracks in it, and there's all this work going on behind the scenes, which is I'm trying to make this game fun and quick to play, and so it was really tedious to go constantly searching for tracks all over the place. So basically, if you walk across some tracks, use your perception skill, you find them or you don't, and if you do find them and they're for a lair that you haven't discovered, then it pops up and tells you, hey, you found some tracks going to a place that you don't know. If you already know where the lair is, it doesn't bother you with it anymore. These are some of the enhancements that I've already put in. Okay, so now I can search for the tracks. And you see here that I can search scattered goblin tracks. So the scattered term is telling me like how much tracks there are, like how big the tracks are or how much traffic there is. And here in the tooltip it says because it's nighttime, it's kind of hard to read the tracks, so there's a -4 to my roll. So it's going to be really hard in order to achieve this, especially when I have 0 skill and I'm rolling a d20. So I have to hit a 50. So let's try. Ah, look, I only got 5. And then with the nighttime modifier -4, I got 1. 1 out of 50. Okay.
You're not a very good tracker.
I'm not a very good tracker, so you fail to make sense of the tracks. So you only get 1 shot with the tracks. And then basically the tracks mislead you. This is something from the tabletop. It's like the person's like, oh, well, can I try again? The answer is no, because you've convinced yourself that you don't know where they are, right? You're not just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. So now we got to leave. And we got to go find some other tracks. So we'll go walking around here. And, okay, so here's some scattered goblin tracks. And now there's a goblin. Oh, crap. The goblin got me. I'm just going to run away from him. Now, I'm going to bump up my skills.
Now, you said you're only going to cheat a little, Thomas.
I'm only cheating a little. Okay. I just bumped up my skills so I can run away because this is a demo. And my demos never go right. And I want this demo to go right. Okay, so I ran away from the goblin. Okay, so now he's busy looking for me, and I'm going to go look at these tracks over here. Okay, these are scattered tracks. And let's see what's over here. What do we got here? Dense tracks. Okay, dense tracks are a lot easier. There, look at the skill on that. 2.
Better wait for daytime.
Yeah, I should wait for daytime. No, I already bumped up on my skills, so I'm just going to search for them. Okay, so I'm going to search for these tracks. Search these tracks. I win. I found it. I discovered the lair, the goblin's lair. And it happens to be right here. And that makes a whole lot of sense because this is where they come in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go and I look at my map, you'll see the goblin lair is right there. Okay?
Nice. And that's survival skill, right? That helps you to learn about the tracks.
That's right. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go into the goblin lair. And there I am. Look, I'm in the goblin lair. And now I can go around and it's like a dungeon crawl and everything. And that's great. Okay, so I'm going to show you something, a different way to do it. Are you ready to see different?
I am.
Okay, so I'm going to have to start a new game. Okay, so here we are with another world. And I am going to pass some more time so that we can get the goblins coming out of their lair again.
Quick question. The heat map is not going to be... That's just a dev tool, right?
It's just a dev tool, yep.
Yeah.
So I can see that it's working. They're actually dropping tracks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see, because of my devness, that there's like way more tracks here than there is over here. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it doesn't drop it every single time makes it harder. Like, it's not completely obvious as to where the lair is, and that I really, really like.
Yeah, it's imperfect knowledge.
You really got to search it out. So maybe we have a spell that gives you something like this. Like maybe you cast a spell of some nature-y kind or whatever, and then everything in 3 hexes around you like lights up if it has tracks, like something.
Yeah,
like
I like that.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you program that for me for next week? That'd be great. Okay, so here we go. I'm looking for the goblin lair. Don't know where it is. It's not on the map. I think the goblins just went away. He went home. He was done doing his goblinness. So we gotta wait for him to come out. Oh, there he is. He's back at work being a goblin. Okay.
Tough job.
Yeah. And then I have a little debug thing telling me that he sees me. Now he's going to follow me around the map. But that's okay, because I'm going to charge into him. So this is another way that you can find the goblin lair. Okay, not just being a tracker. We're just going to charge right into him. Okay, so we have 3 options here. Fight, run, and stealth. So stealth is I can sneak away. Well, let's try the stealth thing. Okay, so I'm going to try stealth. I hope I win.
Nope. Oh,
no.
Yeah.
I quickly pressed my debug button and I gave myself a boost. Okay, so now we have the option to ambush or to follow him to his lair.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool. So if I can succeed the second stealth test, then I will follow him back to his lair, and that's how I can discover the lair. But here's what's really cool about that. He actually goes inside the lair, so it actually makes the lair harder because there's one more patrol running around in there.
Mm-hmm.
See how this all works? The simulator's really working.
That is cool.
Okay, so we're going to go with the other option, okay? We're going to ambush him.
That sounds good. Yeah. Violence is always the best path.
That's right.
What I've learned.
Okay, so we had using survival, then we have using stealth, and now we're going to use power or force. And I'm not going to bother fighting out this combat. I'm just going to use my cool debug button. Bam! He's down to 1 HP.
That's the dude that throws nets on you, right?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, he's nasty.
I'm going to be ironic and throw a net on him, okay? So I'm going to capture him with my cool net. Blammo. Okay, so he's in the net. And here's another thing. Like, this is another example. Why does it take me so long to get this build out? And the answer is because I keep finding all these problems. And I use the net thing, and I can't cast any spells because I have all these action points and whatever. It doesn't make any sense. So anyways, I have to make a button for this, but right now I just hit spacebar, and I can pass my turn. Isn't that great?
You could just attack the empty space, right?
Yeah, before you had to attack the empty space, and that was really dumb. Okay, so because he was trapped, and I don't know if people noticed, he kind of wiggled around. That was Nick's awesome animation that he made a long time ago. So he kind of wiggles around, and he didn't break out of the net. Therefore, he's now incapacitated, and we Yeah, he's incapacitated. So basically, he's been captured.
Grinder fuel.
Okay, so now that I've captured him, I immediately go into this interrogation screen. So now I can... His name is Grick. Now he's looking at me in disgust, and I can interrogate him. Okay. Or I can release him. What do you want?
Don't do that.
What do you want?
Interrogate, obviously.
Obviously. Okay, fine. I'm just saying you can play as a nice guy, okay?
Hey, you spent all this way cheating your way into a guy into a net. You might as well use him.
Okay, so I should pass this interrogation thing. Unless I roll a 1.
10 looks good.
I did. I passed. Okay. So I successfully learned the Lairs location. Okay, so now if I'll close this. If I pull up the map, that's where he lives. That's where he's from. And,
nice. And he's still in your bag, right?
He's still in my bag. Yeah. And so
you're whipping him, apparently.
You see, I have a prisoner, and they have value. Some of them have no value. Some of them do have value. And so you can only interrogate a guy once. So, this one's a girl. Okay, it was a girl goblin. She has already been interrogated, no longer impressed by you. So
it's hard to know if Grick is a girl or a guy's name, to be fair.
Well, you need some more ranks in goblin lore there, Nick. You goblin better. Okay, so that's how we can find the goblin lair. And then the third way of finding the goblin lair is brute force. So the idea is that you would find, like, somebody would be like an X on the map or something here, like some villager got attacked here or whatever, and you could just walk around. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but you can just walk around and just keep exploring. And then if you get a successful explorer, and it's like, oh, there's nothing here. Okay, go to the next thing, and then you can explore. So as far as...
Good way to get your survival up, right?
Yeah, that is one way to build up your survival. You're right. So good puzzle design is to have multiple solutions, and also to allow brute force method for somebody who just can't do it, figure it out any other way. And so that's what I've done. So hopefully with all this, the player will now have a fun time figuring out where the goblin lairs are, so they can go in and kill the goblins.
That's great. Nice work.
Thank you. I think that is all I can really show you. There's a lot of things in here with, like, the dropping down the tracks, the simulation of the patrols, I guess, was already done. And then knowing which layers you're aware of, which ones you're not aware of, knowing where the tracks lead back to, like which layer the tracks lead back to. There is weather system in here, so when the rain comes and it rains away, it like wipes out the tracks.
Oh, that's cool.
The tracks age away, so after a number of weeks, they just like disappear. So I can show you that right now if I just keep passing time. Whoops. Oh no, I broke the game. Okay, well, forget that. So broken. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so as time passes, the tracks disappear. So when you see like dense tracks versus sparse tracks, that's because they actually are traveling a lot in that area, and that'll help you find them. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. So every day I'm getting closer. I just had some family come into town. They're like, hey, how's the game going? When's it going to be done? Which is the question that everybody asks me all the time. And the answer is, yeah, I really don't know. But every day I'm closer. Which is a very unsatisfactory answer to both family members and fans. So I'll continue to use it. Anyway, things are real close. What I'm working on now is getting the... you find the lair, you go, you kill the chieftain, and you either capture him or kill him, and then you bring him back and like show him as like a trophy to the mayor or whoever like had the problem with the goblins, and that like closes the loop on that quest. And then when that happens, the lair is gone. Because you killed the chieftain, the lair is gone. But I decided to leave the actual dungeon itself still on the map. It's like has a different icon to show that it's been cleared out, and it just kind of sits there. And so if you want, you could use it as a lair. You go in, you throw stuff on the ground, do whatever. I'm not sure what you could do with it, but I just decided rather than just deleting it, we would just keep it around. And then you can see, over time, you'd see like all these finished layers kind of around on the map.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's like what was that game? Skyrim. Everybody just like throws all their junk on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all I have to show, and we're getting really, really close to getting this build out, but there's still more work to go. So still keep chipping away at it.
All right, well, it's looking good.
Okay, well, thank you, Nick. Thanks, everybody. This is the end of our update.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.